Welcome to episode number 16 of Money Talks with Reezy Resells. That's me. That's you. We're here together and we're going to learn some stuff. So, this is the show where you guys can call in and you guys can ask me questions. The number for you guys to call in is 209-83 Reezy. Let me make a new window so I can get the YouTube chat going. I totally blew it on getting the YouTube chat going. We're live on Facebook and Instagram currently. If for some reason you're just over YouTube, let me make sure I mute my own broadcast. Got him. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Let me give the chat some love real quick. What's up, Miner's Treasure? What's up, Surf and Goat? Surf and Goat was on Periscope and then came through to YouTube. He's all over the place. That's a ride or die Reezy ninja right there. What up, Cat Scratch? What up, Victoria Wilkins? He says, hello, Reezy. Hello, Victoria. What's up, Crafty Reseller Rita? What's up, John Wilkins? Thriftology. That's my homeboy. That's my brother from another mother. He gets me. You know what I mean? Already said Miners Treasures. I'll say it again. RDA Medina. VG. What's up, Genuine Thrift Shores? What's up, Apex Designs? Andrew Perez. Lance Gambis. Ralph on the Track. T. Davey. What's up, guys? So, guys, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Just put them in there. And if you're in the chat, don't answer those for me because I'm supposed to answer those on the video. That would be appreciated. And yeah, so first I'm going to go hit up Instagram and hopefully I have a little bit of questions on Instagram for you guys. What's up, Rome1 over here on Instagram? Go over to YouTube and show me some love, bro. I need those views. Smash the like button, please. If you're here and you're watching and you appreciate what I do, smash the like button. If you're a new viewer or a new follower, I'm so glad to have you. And if you have any questions, just call in 209-83 Reezy. First, we're going to go into Instagram and we're going to answer some Instagram questions from the post that I made earlier. There's only 11 comments, so this is going to be done and over pretty quick. I'll try and read it in slow motion. Hold on, guys. Turn the Wi-Fi back on. Let's get these comments loaded. What's up, Addicted to Souls 23? Making me read Roman numerals and all that. What's up, Melissa Olive Oil? Sorry, I didn't pronounce your name properly. I'm sure I failed on that one. Thank you for smashing that like button. Surf and Goat says, how many books did I have in inventory when I started automatic pricing? Do you mean repricing or do you mean using the automated pricing? And if the answer is the latter, I would have done it way earlier, but I didn't have a way to do it before. It was contingent on Reprice It having a template type by price that I could use to find those items. That was the only way we could do it. So if the question is the former, when I got tired of pricing them, like just whenever I got tired of doing it myself all the time, which was probably around like 1,000 items or so. If you don't know, repricing your Amazon inventory is very, very important. Unless you're doing private label, if you want to make sales, you got to have the most competitive price or very close to it, as well as, of course, really good feedback, etc. So you need to be manually or automatically using a service. We use repriceit.com for books and App Eagle for shoes to handle that and make sure you're always competitively priced and you get sales. One question that I get asked a lot is App Eagle or Reprice It. Which one do you use? Which one, whatever. So they're different. It's not an apples to apples comparison. Reprice It is a schedule-based repricer. It's only going to reprice your inventory based on your schedule. So 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock rock. App Eagle is a reactive pricer. So that changes your price when the price changes. So imagine if you're competing against someone who has a schedule-based repricer and you have a reactive repricer and, at 1 o'clock their price changed. At 1:01, App Eagle noticed that their price changed and changed your price. So then you had a more competitive price than them for 59 minutes until 2 p.m. came around and they changed it and they were beating you for like 1 minute again. And then App Eagle reacted and you just slammed them down for the next 59 minutes. So very, very important. The reason we use Reprice It for books is because we have 40,000 books in our inventory, and that would be a ridiculous cost on App Eagle, just because it's more pricey because it's a premium pricing solution, better customer service, etc. And Reprice It is ridiculously cheap. It's like $50 or something for us to price 40,000 items. And for us to get the same amount of inventory priced on App Eagle, it would be like $350 a month. So definitely not economical, but we do use App Eagle for our shoes because those cost us more. They sell for more. It's a more in-demand commodity than books. Books are high beta. That's a stock term. It just means that they don't sell very fast. You know, the number one ranking book sold, let's just make up a number, like 10 copies today, Harry Potter or whatever. Number one book sold 10 copies. The number one lip balm probably sold 1,000 units. The number one shampoo probably sold 1,000 units. So it's just important to know that the good rank in a different category or whatever, you got to understand your sales velocity. So sorry for the super long, drawn out answer, but I hope I got you on that. Surf and Goat with another one. He wants to know, have we ever used Joe Lister? Yes, we do use Joe Lister. It is amazing. It's a great tool that will help you automate listing your items from Amazon to eBay. And then when it sells on eBay, it automatically does the multi-channel fulfillment for you and submits your order. So it claims to be like automatic hands-off as far as listing your stuff from Amazon to eBay, but it's not. It creates the listings pretty decently, but occasionally it puts in the wrong picture or the wrong description, and always the price is way out of whack. So no matter what, you always have to adjust the pricing yourself, which means you still have to go look at the comparable offers for that item on eBay. But it's a beautiful thing when you're selling stuff on eBay and it's automatically getting removed from your Amazon inventory and stuff like that. Keeping Deals says, I just started using eFlip using your link and have been making guap. Thank you. For everybody that doesn't know what guap is, that means money. It just means money. You should probably listen to Big L, Ebonics. You will get it. Let's see. CJ from Texas says he's repricing while he's watching this. Miggity Mike in the chat says Reezy's about to drop mad book knowledge, so time to sit back and take it in because it's textbook season, baby. Yeah, it is. It's textbook buying season right now. So August and September is when textbooks are going to pop, guys. So right now is prime time. I got to get an arm to hold this microphone up. Right now is prime time for, I feel like Gary Vee holding the phone up to my face. This thing is not light either. Right now is prime time to be buying textbooks using eFlip online arbitrage tool. There's a link in my video description down there. You can sign up for a free 10-day trial for eFlip. So at least check that out and see what it's like. You can make a decent amount of money in 10 days. If you don't like it, cancel it and don't get charged a penny. I guarantee you're going to like it and you're going to want to continue to be able to make money in your pajamas at your house because it's great. You don't have to go to the thrift store. There's no mold. There's no dirty books, dirty people. It's just you and your pajamas with a big bowl of cereal sourcing all kinds of books, and it's amazing. But yeah, check out the 10-day trial down there. eFlip is amazing, super ill. And people always ask me, they're like, do you think with software like eFlip that the book market, the buying online, flipping arbitrage is it's played out, it's saturated, and it's just not possible. There's so many book titles. And the amount of people that are doing it, especially the amount of people with a ridiculous amount of capital, are not that high. It's not like the stock market where all the big dogs are there with all the money. They should be. If they were smart, they would be in the books because you can manipulate the book market. You cannot manipulate the stock market. The share volume is way too large. But the share volume in the book market is actually quite low. And I don't know. Here's a little tip inside of a tip answer, whatever, but there's something called a price wall. It's a term like in stocks or whatever, and you can see that like, oh, if you break that price wall, like meaning do they sell or whatever, then the next shares are going to be going for a lot more. So if you can predict that price wall or whatever, because you can't really control it in the stock market, the volume's too high. But in the book market, you can look at a book and go, wow, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $40. Whoa. And so then if you buy those 10 copies for $10 each, which would cost you 100, and then you relist all 10 copies for $40 each, you just went from 100 cost to 400 in gross sales, and you were controlling the market yourself because you noticed a price wall. That's a major key. And you need to check that out. If you're using eFlip, the eFlip can't detect price walls. So you have to manually look yourself. You need to use the how many extension on Chrome, and you need to know how many copies does each seller have so that you can buy them out and shift the price up higher. Ooh, keeping deals is too cold. He said he made his $80 back in 5 minutes on eFlip. What a boss. That's how you do it. DJ Francisco Perez says, repricing too. Did you see that Amazon has automatic repricer now? Yeah, they've had that for a long time, guys, and I don't recommend you to use it because you know what? Amazon's your competition. Amazon owns a used book store on their own platform called Amazon Warehouse Deals. That's where all our inventory goes when we destroy it or decide, to throw it away. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays right there. The units just get transferred into their inventory. You could see their inventory go up massively every time there's a long-term storage fee the day after. No joke. But anyways, yeah, so why would you want your competitor to be in control of your pricing or even to know that you're pricing or whatever? So it's kind of like, forgive me if this is completely wrong because I'm not a stock trader. My business partner is, but I think it's the same thing as putting in like a stop loss. You don't want to actually physically register your stop loss in the software because then the market makers can knock out your stop loss or something. It's just not good. You want to have a mental stop loss in your head. You know what I mean? So that way you're in control of it, not someone else. You don't want Amazon controlling your prices. Definitely not going to be a good idea. Let's see. Reezy, Melissa Olivo says, Reezy, do you also stock up for fourth quarter Christmas and toys? Yes, that's a major key. If you sell books, you need to also sell toys in fourth quarter because you will have a large influx of capital from August and September. And you need to take that capital and then roll it into toys like around Black Friday and start buying as much as you can. And I promise you, as long as you're not, asleep at the wheel, you're going to be able to sell a ton of toys. I sold like 25 Nerf guns in a day last Christmas or whatever, like beginning of December. So, and I even probably undersold them because it was the first week of December. If I would have held out till the second or third week, but you got to weigh your cost, your risk versus your reward. How much money do you want to risk and get caught with your Nerf gun in your hand? I guess that might be kind of fun, but not when you're trying to make money. So I actually wish I would have got into toys 10 years ago. And for some reason, I didn't start doing fourth quarter toys until last year. But I made a crap load of money selling toys. And I punched myself in the pelotes many times because I could have made so much money if I would have been doing toys from the beginning. Let's see. Alexander Ye, the young hustler, says, how long did you wait for your few books to sell when you were learning books when you started? I didn't wait. I was buying books for like a quarter each. And so I just bought and bought and bought and bought. And, then one book would sell for like $15 and I'd break even off like a ton of books because I was getting books for like a quarter. So I didn't really wait. Like I said, if you know my story, you know what we did. We ate at the homeless shelter, and then we saved up the money that we would have spent on food. So I had I went from having $5 to across the course of a month having like $500. And so I would invest the money where I had the ability to. I would not drink soda. I would drink water so that I could have more money. You know how you ever see anyone say I'm broke, but they're drinking soda or they're drinking like a $6 beer? That shit drives me crazy. So, Posh Hanger's in the house. Hello, Posh. Hold on, guys. I got to take this call. Sorry. You're live on Money Talks. This is Reezy.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, do we have leftover pizza in the oven?
I don't know. I can't go check. I'm live on the show right now. You're on the show too.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, so I'm not.
Shout out to June Cavland, my BFF.
Yeah, shout out to your BFF. All right, thank you for what'd you do? Just photobomb my show with a call in? I don't know how you call that.
Peace out. See you soon.
All right, peace out. Sorry for the uncomfortable moment there. That's what happens when you're live. Your kid calls to ask you if you have any leftover pizza in the fridge. I wish we did. Let's see. Brian B. Easy. He says, on eFlip, do you ignore books where Amazon Warehouse Deals is on the listing? They seem to tank prices and always have over 100, but usually have acceptable conditions. So there's a couple answers to that. I don't avoid them entirely, but I do check. If they have 100 copies, that's kind of scary for me. I do look at the historical Keepa and Camel charts to see what they did on that book as of last textbook season, because you're exactly right. They will just hold out and then they get super panicked or whatever their algorithm does, and they start liquidating the price super duper low. So that if it was a book you didn't feel super sharp on and they had 100 copies and they were on the listing, I wouldn't get it. But if you felt like it was a really good buy, I wouldn't let it scare you too much. And the second part of that answer is the acceptable condition. Their books aren't acceptable condition. They just are whatever condition. They're just listing them as acceptable because it's much easier for a large company to do volume books when they just use one standard condition and like acceptable. So you also know this, guys, if you do eFlip, you know that, you'll buy an acceptable book from a seller and you're like, oh, I don't know. And then it comes and it could be like new or very good or whatever. And that person has a bazillion feedback, and then you order more from them, and it's always like that. So you make a note and you're like, lazy bookseller, their books, they say acceptable, but they're always really good condition. So they're just expediting their processing by listing everything as acceptable. And since that's the lowest condition, nobody can ever get mad at them when they receive the book. They're essentially over delivering on every single order, and but just removing their prep work time. But if you're Amazon Warehouse Deals, you got your books for free because I gave them to you. So they don't really care. Let's see. Everybody's super happy that Posh Hanger's here. We haven't seen you for a while. Let's see. Next question. How were your returns on toys during Q4? Sold them all. Sold every single toy I bought, except for like one or two bad buys that I made that I learned that those were bad buys. What I learned was that, so I've always had a limited knowledge about toys, and I understood the rank, but during Q4, rank for toys goes dramatically lower. So rank is different. So like if a toy is 150,000 rank or more and it's summertime, that might still be a toy that you buy. But if a toy was 150,000 rank during fourth quarter, during December especially, that's a toy you should run away from, because rank gets slammed so low during fourth quarter that it's like an exaggeration. And if it's still 150,000, that means during December or whatever, that means that toy was probably like 250,000, 350,000. Who knows how high it was? So it's just know your product cycles, if they're in season, if they're out of season, and how that pertains to the rank, whether it's high beta or it sells a lot. Something like, shampoo sells a ridiculous amount of units. Let's go. Andrew Perez says, how do you go about scanning items in the middle of people going crazy at a store on Black Friday? Do you even bother with scanning? So typically I don't really like to go out on Black Friday too much. I'll try to go out the day before, and I also live in a surf town, so it's really chill. But I'll do a lot of, what do they call, Gray Thursday or whatever, you buying Black Friday prices online. You can get a lot of the same deals online. But when I'm going to get stuff on Black Friday and it's super frantic or whatever, I know what I'm going to get. So shout out to Marco Camara on Facebook. He has a group called Things to Flip. It's not free, but I I highly suggest you guys checking that out. It's a great resource. It's a tight-knit little community. And I think it's a monthly fee or a one-time fee. I don't remember. But yeah, basically he posts bolos and people share bolos with each other. But you need to get in some kind of network like that. When you find bolos, you can share them in your network. People will share bolos that you didn't find with you in your network. And then soon enough, you're heading to Toys R Us and you just got a list of like 10 to 20 things to look for. And you might not find this one or that one, but you might find 50 Nerf guns or whatever and have to take 3 trips home. So definitely good to develop your community. And if you use things like tactical arbitrage, which I have a link for that as well, that can help you find the deals in the store as well. Let's see. Smash the like button, please, guys, if you like it. If you don't like it, smash the dislike button. That's fine with me. I'm fine. I've used that as feedback so I can know what you guys like and what you don't like. Maureen, the free pile picker, says, hi, everyone. Greetings from Can of Screws. Okay. Alex Perez wrote question with a colon. I appreciate that, Alex, because that makes me not read the, and I know that's a question, so I'm going to read it. Alex Perez says, Reezy, are you restricted in any categories? Do you have anyone recommended for ungating? I do have a recommendation for ungating. One of my students, Matt Foster, he was ungated in the like health and beauty and I think grocery, I'm not sure, a couple different categories. And I think he paid like $200 or whatever. I don't have a referral for that or anything, but if you guys are interested, put in the comments that you want to know about an ungating service and I will see what I can work out for you guys. Am I restricted in categories? Sure, I'm restricted in a bunch of categories. Guaranteed there's stuff that I can't sell and brands I can't sell. What was I scanning recently in Target and I thought it was a router, a Linksys router. And I know I can sell Linksys routers, so it must have been just that one. Matt Sheeran says, when are we going to get RJ on the show to talk merch? Dude, go to his Instagram and tell him, hey, I want to get you on the show to talk merch. And that's when he's going to come because I've already told him to come on the show. He can come whenever he wants, but he keeps saying that he ain't ready. So he has a YouTube channel where he's making little videos about merch. So if you guys want to go to his YouTube and comment on that, RJ Hustles, I think is his YouTube channel, and say, hey, dude, you need to get on the Reezy Ninja show because they're out here and they want to hear you. That's how you're going to get him. If you guys are making comments on, like right now I see Sam Cody on Instagram said, definitely interested in ungating service. You're going to have to send me a DM because when this chat ends, when the Instagram live ends, all this stuff is gone. Let's go. Yeah, Alyssa called in to ask for pizza. So funny. Cyber Monday goes hard. Definitely goes hard. Let's see. I lost the chat for a second. Just scrolling back. Okay. Let's see. Is there any training you recommend for book selling? Yes. So obviously, guys, I put out almost everything I know is on my YouTube channel. And it's free, but it's not very concisely organized, and it's probably not even titled the best. I try to organize the more informational videos in playlists. So if you guys hit my playlist section, it should make it a little easier to navigate. But if you do just want to get it over with and learn quickly, I highly recommend the Book Selling 101 course. You can get to that using my link, which is scanthatshit.com. There goes my attempt to not be profane. I actually have a website called scanthatshit.com. So I think it's like $89 and it's a super informational course that I highly recommend anybody who doesn't know a thing about selling books to go check out. No, we don't have any pizza, babe. Thank you for the coffee. Coffee has been delivered. Energy level is about to go up 9,000. What is this, babe? Oh, good. She didn't sully it. It's black coffee. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you. Let's see. Is there Brian B. Easy says, thanks, bro. Same with the Goodwills, too, most of the time. Did everyone have a nice sales weekend? I did. Had a good weekend also. Victoria Wilkins says, with all the restrictions, what do you recommend selling on Amazon for new sellers? I still recommend people to sell books. Books are the easiest thing to sell. To their high margin. They're very profitable. They cost very little. And even whether or not you're going to stay in the book category, it's got to be the best way to learn the system, in my opinion. It's just way too cheap to consider. Hold on. Let me try and prop this microphone up with a couple copies of the Gary Vee book over here. Let's see how that helps. See if am I blocking my face completely? No. All right, cool. You don't want to see my ugly face anyways. Let's see. With all the restrictions, what do you recommend? Books. It's the easiest way to learn. Get ungated in groceries. Groceries are everywhere. I could walk into any grocery store in America and make money. That's ridiculous, right? Everybody has a grocery store. So let's see. Toys will be on my list more than tools. Okay, I agree with Victoria with all the restrictions. Let's see. If you guys have a question, put question before it. That way I don't go around reading things that aren't questions. Hey, Reezy, what up? How do you deal with Amazon sending inventory to multiple FAR warehouses? This is a great question. I'll probably highlight this question in the title of the episode after I get done. So if you guys don't know how to manipulate shipments in Amazon FBA, this is a major key. So when you're making a shipment in Amazon, or when you're making a shipping plan in Amazon, and you go to the stage where you're about to make a shipment, if you don't like what you see, don't make the shipment. Go back into the shipping plan and change the quantity, up the quantity. So if you have 6 thingamabobs and they want you to put 3 here and 3 here, and you only want to send, and everything else is going here to the first one, so you don't want to send just 3 units to this warehouse, what you need to do is go back into the shipping plan and put that you have 25 units, put that you have 100 units, put whatever number you have to, so that when you get to the stage where you create the shipment, that you have 6 units in this shipment over here where everything else is going to. And be mindful that you can only change the shipping. Like once you make a shipment, if you can't make it the exact number, like say it wants to put 7 in there or 5 instead of 6, that's fine, because you have some wiggle room. I forget the exact percentage, but you have a wiggle room for an amount of percentage that you can change the quantities in a shipment after it's been made. So your goal is to get it within the wiggle room so you can change it. And if you make a shipment and the wiggle room isn't right, delete the shipment right away. And the spare loose ones that you created, of course, go back into the shipping plan and then readjust. When you get the shipment that you want, where you get all 6 thingamabobs into this shipment along with everything else, it's probably going to create shipment 2, shipment 3, maybe shipment 4, because you had to put that you had 25 thingamabobs. Delete 2, 3, and 4 right away. And then what you're left with is your one shipment that has all 6 thingamabobs going where you want them to go. That is a huge thing that you must know if you want to make money on Amazon. Do not, don't play their games with making you shift all your stuff around, because what happens is you're either going to send 3 units by themselves, and that box doesn't weigh close to 50 pounds, so you're not getting optimal per pound inbound shipping rate, or you don't even want to ship them in, so you put them to the side, and those are your dollars just hanging out to dry, right? It's Amazon and not eBay. You don't need to have death piles. Got it, guys? So I hope that was pretty helpful for you guys. Let's see over here on Facebook. We got 8 people, guys. That's stupendous. Feel free to put comments on Facebook, on Instagram. However, we're tri-casting right now to YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Back to the comments. Did you go to Toys R Us on Black Friday? I went the night before, actually, and there was nobody there. Or I went at midnight the night before, and there was nobody there. So I just had my pick. And there was like some doorbuster deals that I wanted. And the manager, once again, I have relations with this Toys R Us and the manager. I bring them coffee. I've brought them donuts. They remember me. So when I told the manager, hey, I want to buy both pallets of these Nerf guns, and yeah, I know it's a doorbuster, he was like, okay, cool, because he probably wouldn't sell them all anyways in this surf town that we live in, It's a sad day and age, but the managers of retail stores are not the ones ordering the items. It's all done with computers and algorithms. They literally don't know what's going to show up in their store until the stuff shows up, which must be super frustrating as a manager. So they see us, if you have positioned yourself properly, they will see you as a solution to their problems, which is a great thing to have a relationship with, from a manager's perspective, to have a relationship with a seller that you could call and they will come clear out your bad decisions, or I mean your algorithm's bad decisions. Let's see. Resell Hustler says, do you MF during fourth quarter? Nope, I don't touch MF at all. My time is worth way more than that. It's not my cup of tea. But we are going into bulk books, so we're getting a larger warehouse, and we're going to start having Gaylords delivered. And with all that and the conveyor belt system and the dumper and blah blah blah, more employees, we probably will build a shelf, and we will probably wholesale. I'll probably hire a new employee just for that. And we will do probably some merchant fulfilled eventually, especially if Amazon keeps trending the way they are with the prices. Because my God, it's so depressing to look at a book like you're going to sell it for $9 and you're only going to make how much? But if you were to sell it, merchant fulfilled, you could still make $3 or whatever. And that's a huge deal. So I'm pretty sure we probably will be merchant fulfilling some stuff again. I'm not looking forward to it. But you got to play with the cards you were dealt, and unfortunately, we're playing in Amazon's sandbox. But the other thing is that the more Amazon increases the fees, the more the prices go up on FBA. I think it might create a renaissance for used bookstores, to where you can make a decent amount of money selling your books and used in your own brick and mortar bookstore. I know Greg Murphy with the dollar book swap or whatever. He's one of the original bulk booksellers, and he was just made a post on Facebook about how Facebook ads for their thing, and he was, I don't want to say bragging, he was extolling the virtues of how he was able to sell worthless, Stephen King hardback books for $3 at his bookstore or whatever. So this is not the dollar book swap. This is something else that he's doing. And of course, I barely pay attention to anybody or anybody's content, but I caught a little bit of it on Facebook. And so that kind of, reinforced my opinion that we are entering like a little retail renaissance, especially for cool stuff like books. Cool stuff. You got to live in a cool place for it to be seen as cool. Yeah, there's a Facebook group called Things to Flip. Go check it out. Marco, if you're watching this, I'm your boy. There is enough for everybody. There definitely is. Cyber Monday. When things are cheap. Can you explain what's Prime Day? Prime Day is a special holiday that Amazon conducts, a holiday. It's a sale that Amazon runs where you don't have to have Amazon Prime to order Amazon Prime items. So basically, it's like the drug dealer in the corner giving away your first hit of crack for free. They're letting you taste the product. And then when you go, man, all that stuff showed up in 2 to 3 days and I loved it, then you're going to sign up for Amazon Prime. Honestly, I don't know how anyone could not be signed up for Amazon Prime. Like when I'm talking business with people and they're asking me what I do, and I always say, you buy stuff on Amazon, right? And I expect them to say yes, but some people still say no. And I don't get that. Like, I don't know. Who do you buy stuff from? Like, I want my stuff to show up in 5 days or less. I'm not playing with these people that won't even ship your order for 3 to 5 days. It's ridiculous. Shout out to Red Rocket TV. How are you doing? Let's see the comments for me. Let's see. Ooh, TJR and the Resell Life just had their giveaway drawing. Who won, guys? Who won? Who won? Tell me. I want to know who won the giveaway. Shout out to TGR and the Resell Life for giving away an Amazon starter package. That was pretty cool. Ivan Pena, I want to say, says, can you sell books with minor water damage? You certainly can. Just list it in the description and sell it as acceptable. But you have to use your best judgment. Like, don't push it. You know what I mean? Don't sell books where the pages are stuck together, right? But a little bit of moisture damage and a very slight water damage, sure. Like, don't just keep your customers happy, guys. If you have an unhappy customer, don't argue with them. Give them their money back and say, I'm sorry. That's what you want to do. Let's see. Do you set spending goals per month, week, per day? How many items do you source on average per month? We have a goal of 3,000 items shipped every 2 weeks. That's our goal. So that's approximately 100 items a day, I believe. 3,000 items, 2 weeks, 14. No, that's like 200 items a day. We got our first caller, guys. Let's see who it is. Miami, Florida. You're live on Money Talks with Reezy Resells. Who's this?
Hey, Reezy, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. This is Drew right now.
Hey, Drew.
Everything great, man. I definitely have a social media question for you.
Let's do it, man.
So, keeping things interesting. Absolutely. Today I had a meeting with one of my partners, and he's definitely blowing up on a door-to-door marketing level. So he wants to start on social media, and I know how it goes about it, and that's why he came to me. Now, obviously, Instagram is where he wants to blow it up the most. I pretty much sold him on that, really.
Right.
As far as content with Instagram, when you're starting, I mean, you're talking about an account that has 0, you know?
Right.
Is it the smart thing to just start blowing things up, posting 10 posts a day, doing 10 posts a day, or is it something good to just kind of build it up little by little? What do you think?
What I would recommend for anybody that wants to blow up on Instagram, and I actually didn't do this because when I started, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I had to learn. I recommend if you have a business and you want to start Instagram, don't start it from 0. Buy an account. Buy someone's account that already has a lot of followers. And you can even buy accounts that like have followers that might be interested in what you're posting. So you can target the demographic a little bit. I'm not sure where people buy and sell Instagram accounts, but I know it goes on. So what you would do is you would buy an account, and then or even buy followers. You need some kind of social proof. But then you would wipe, if you bought an account, you would wipe it out, take all the pictures out, and you would redesign everything. And then you would start loading up your content. And then the thing is even if you're posting good content and everything is proper, when you interact and engage with people and they go back to see who you are, even if they like your stuff, they're going to be like, like they have 2 followers. Like, who is this joker, So having the social proof, whether it's because you bought an existing account or because you bought followers, that is going to increase your conversion on people following you more. And then you can focus more on doing your job, which is just posting good content and getting people's attention.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm guessing not only on the content and the amount of people that you follow, but you're really trying to get comments out there, huh?
Right. Say that again.
Yeah, you're trying to really get comments, like people to comment on that content that you're posting, so that way you make
right. So the thing is well, first and foremost, likes don't mean anything. Anybody can like your photo. Anybody can make an auto comment on your photo with some kind of service or whatever. What matters is comments, because people have to put both of their hands on the phone when they make a comment. And then if that comment is relevant, like, they really looked at the post or they really read your caption or whatever. But to be honest with you, the story is where all the action is at. Probably 4 to 10 times as much eyeballs are getting on your story than on your curated post on your feed. So you want to make sure that you're active in the story as possible. And the way if your content is performing good in the story is not by how many people saw it, because people just tap through it or whatever. It's how many replies you get. When someone replies to a clip in your story, that's an indication for engagement. You did good. So you have to think, why did I get a lot of replies? It's for me. It's, I showed Luna. They like seeing Luna. I got to show Luna more. Or I played music and I got a lot of replies on the clips that I played music in the background. I got to play music more. Different things like that. Or when I was travel vlogging and people saw me eating food and stuff, they were like, man, like a lot of people were like, Reezy, you should do a food channel. I really like that. And so what that told me is that the average person likes to see food and people traveling around or whatever. So just when you get your feedback system in place, make sure you pay attention to them when they're telling you, just like you vote with your money at the store when you buy stuff, they're voting for your content by replying to it. That takes their time. They spending their attention to reply to your content. You know, it's just like money.
Absolutely, I get it. I was definitely looking at some of the things that Gary Vee doing direct messages, so I know that's something that I'm definitely going to implement.
Oh, definitely. And I can tell you that
Yeah.
one of the cornerstones of like why I am where I am in social media is because I have my hand on my phone 95% of the day, and I reply very, very quickly to direct messages. Everybody that sends me a direct message is getting a reply, and most of the time they're like, "Wow, I didn't expect you to reply," or "That was quick," or whatever. But it's like, it's not easy, you know. I'm 1 to 2 hours a day of direct messages for every day for the last 16 months. So if you want to eat caviar, you know, you got to eat crap for a while.
Absolutely. And I appreciate the video that you did about actually going through the process of creating a cool story and making it sort of like a GIF type of picture from your phone. It really makes it a lot easier, man. I really
Yeah, for sure. I'll make some more of those videos too, because I realized when I make content like that, what happened is people reply to it, but not the same people that reply to my reselling content. They're other influencers or marketers, and they're like, "Whoa, that was cool, Reezy. How'd you do that?" And so I'm like, "Oh, if these people that are like bigger than me in social media and YouTube want to know how I did that, that's valuable content." So then I go in, I made a video or whatever. That's the other thing, is that you need to know that if you're a person that gets asked questions by people, whether it's online or in real life, that's content. If your neighbor asks you, you know, "How do you use this drill?" or whatever, that's content. You know, your neighbor's not the only one that wants to know how to use that thing, and you obviously are seen as an authority on how to use that drill or whatever. So just, you know, let your audience tell you what you should make as far as content based on what they ask you.
Awesome, man. Absolutely. Hey, anytime you come around Miami, hit me up, man. Right now.
Definitely, man. I got to come down to Walt Disney World and check out Pandora Land.
There you go, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate everything you do, man.
Thanks for calling in. Have a good day.
You too, brother.
A good night. Later. Awesome. That was a good call. I get hyped for social media calls. Let's see. Back to the YouTube questions. When are you collabing with Paul Cantu? Probably never, but hopefully tomorrow. So you guys are going to have to go to Paul Cantu's at Mr. Paul Cantu. Sorry, he's a cool guy. But go to his Instagram and then just say, "Hey, you should collab with Reezy Resells." And if that happens like 10 million times, he'll probably realize who I am. But otherwise, it'll probably never happen. But it might happen. You never know. Let's see. Why do people need a service? I don't understand that, Big Wes. RJ's YouTube is just RJ Martinez. Way to go on branding out your YouTube, RJ. Excuse me, RJ Martinez. Jason Canhas says, "Do you set spending?" I already read that one. Brandon says, "When you source books, do you only go out and thrift, library sales, etc.? And how often do you buy in bulk and things like that?" So I personally don't do too much sourcing of books myself. I focus on sourcing shoes and apparel when I have time to do that, just because I'm super busy. But I do have workers that are sourcing routes at thrift stores and libraries every single day. And I do participate in the book sales that we drive to, because it's all hands on deck at a book sale. It's like, call your grandma and bring her in. You know, you need all the hands you can get. Do we buy in bulk? So we are about to start buying in bulk. We've had the opportunity to buy Gaylords for a long time, but we've always been bottlenecked with the amount that we can buy and the location of sourcing them. And it's just like running bulk books is a whole different operation than running a cherry picking operation. And so we're getting a larger warehouse, and we're going to start having the Gaylords come in to us, and then we're going to process them. And that'll be a whole bunch of new content for you guys. So you'll get to see it. Reezy Goes Bulk. Library books confused as to condition, prepping to sell, notations, etc. Any suggestions? So we don't list that our books are ex-library at all. We just sell them. And I probably say in an entire year, I get less than 5 comments from someone that's bad feedback saying that it was, wasn't disclosed, that it was a library book. And for me, that's not enough pushback for me to warrant sorting those books into a separate stack so I can give them a separate condition note. I would say just totally ignore the fact that they're an ex-library book unless it's super trashed. You take the plastic off, the librarian thing, and they're like brand new underneath that. And obviously it has a pocket. I mean, it's not going to be like new, right? But if it's amazing, it could be very good. It could be good for sure. It doesn't have to be acceptable, Use your best judgment. Don't try to be dishonest, and don't milk it. Like, another thing is, a lot of times you might be trying to milk a book condition wise and go, maybe it's like new or whatever, but like examine the pricing and see if you're even getting a benefit for essentially lying about the condition. And one tenement that I preach is that if you are at all unsure of a book's condition, go downgrade. If you're ever unsure, downgrade. Don't ever be unsure and upgrade. That makes zero sense. That's dishonest. And we're in the business to make money, not to be dishonest. And you're going to make money by being honest long term. Trust me. Dishonest people never win long term. Do store employees ever hassle you for scanning? Sure. But then I smooth them over because I'm a smooth talker, slick walker, bring them some coffee, bring them some donuts. I make it impossible for them to hate me, and then we're in like Flynn. Yeah, Big Wes out here says, check the Amazon condition guidelines. Very smart, guys. You got to be aware of the resources you have. Amazon has so much information. They have seller forums. You don't need me. All the information's available in Amazon's own platform, in their seller forums. They have training videos that show you how to make FBA shipments. It's ridiculous, but a lot of people don't like to look. People don't even like to Google anymore. So you end up on the Reezy Resells show calling and asking about a question that you could have Googled. Let's see. Ivan Pena. Nope. How do you recommend finding about book sales? So there's a website called booksalefinder.com. Everybody who's watching this should be signed up to that website, and they notify you when there's library sales in your area. But they're only listing library sales that libraries paid to be advertised on their website. So what I recommend for every one of you to do is to find all the libraries near you, any library that's within a distance that you're willing to drive to. Get on their website, get on their email list, look inside their calendar, and find out when the sales are. Because guess what? If you make it to a good library sale that wasn't advertised on Book Sale Finder, it's always a gold mine. Guaranteed. Like, nobody will be there. And because people are lazy. Surprise, right? So yeah, there's a couple resources that would list all the libraries in America. That'll make it easier for you because it will just list all the libraries in your state in alphabetical order by city. I don't know it off the top of my head, but get in touch with any library that you can get to. If you want books that they have, they better know you, and you better know when their sales are. Don't just sit around and expect some company to email you and let you know, because Book Sale Finder is a business. They're only emailing you about the sales that people paid money to advertise for. Let's see. You can change. Oh, in regards to earlier, Amazon Seller 99 says you can change by 5% or 6 units, whichever is greater. You can adjust up or down. Don't forget that tip that I gave you about that earlier, guys. That is a serious tip. That's probably the nugget of the show. Resale Hustler says, question, I have a local company that sells Gaylords for 5 to 10 for $200 mixed with hardcover and textbooks. Would you buy or nah? It's that's totally dependent on the pound rate. You want to pay like 4 to 15 cents a pound depending on the quality. You're live on the Reezy Resells show. Who's this? Hello? You're live on Money Talks with Reezy Resells. All right, then late. All right, then late. That's what I say. ATL. All right, then late. How much profit do you make as of now? I would say for books, it's like 30% profit margin, maybe as much as 60. It just depends. We have employees, whereas if we were doing the work ourselves and not counting our own time, like a lot of people like to do a bunch of work, like, 60 hours a week, and then say that, our profit margin is 60 or 70%, but they're not counting their own time. If they treated their self like an employee and they put, $10 or $15 per every hour they worked and multiplied that out by the hours they worked and subtracted that from their profit, it surely wouldn't be 60% anymore. And so when I say our profit margins are around 30%, that's everything after paying our employees and paying my own salary. That's the profit that's left in the company because I have a salary. I don't just take all the profit after it's done. Let's see. What's death piles? Death piles are something you don't want to know about. If you don't know what it is, you're awesome. It's all the stuff that all your problem children that, it kills you to deal with. So you just pile them up. It's the stuff that, all of eBay is a death pile to people who understand the virtue of Amazon. Let's see. They're going to try again. You're live on Money Talks. Who's this?
It's Alex. I'm really sorry about last call. My Wi-Fi just cut out.
Oh, it's all good.
I don't know, for the last few months, my Wi-Fi's been cutting out a lot. So it might cut out in this call too.
Well, you're making some money, right? You can afford a new router.
Yeah. I'm not sure where, but I saw in a story or post from you maybe. I don't know if it's from you, but someone asked, do you label your own Amazon books, right?
Right.
Now, the way it was answered, I didn't exactly understand it. So I just want to know now, do you label your own Amazon books or do you get Amazon to do it for you?
We label them ourselves. So Amazon can label your books for you, but they charge 20 cents a book, right? And if you can label, someone get a calculator out for me. If you can label, it's a huge underestimate to say it takes you 15 seconds to label a book. It takes like 2 seconds probably per book. Especially if they're in order. So if it took 15 seconds per book, meaning you could label 4 books in a minute, that would be 4 times 6, 24, 240 books that you could label in an hour. Now, what's 240 times 20 cents? I think it's $48, right? So you're going to be paying, you'll be paying Amazon essentially $48 an hour to list your books. And then, they pay their employees whatever they pay them, $12 or $15 an hour. So, I mean, if you're a one-man show and you don't have any time, maybe, but I wouldn't recommend it because I would say that you should hire someone to sticker them for you for, 10 or 15 bucks an hour and keep that extra 35 bucks an hour.
Right.
And spend that on books.
Right. Okay. So for yard sales, do you usually scan the books, or do you find it like a bit too awkward to be looking through their books and then they dare you or something like that?
That's a good question. I'll scan them for sure. But if you got to feel it out, right? You look at the people. What are they wearing? What kind of music are they listening to? And just try and see what you can get any information before you get into it. But oftentimes I like to ask what are the prices of the books before I start scanning, because sometimes what happens is you'll scan some books, you'll go through all the books, you'll find the 5 or 10 books that you wanted out of the however many. And when you ask the price, they give you a ridiculous price because they know what you're doing and they're getting greedy. They wanted to throw this stuff away essentially, but now they're getting greedy and they want to hold them back or try and say a high number so that you won't buy them. And then they're going to go look them up online or whatever. They're still never going to sell them online. There's a lot more to this than doing it. Like even if you have me to ask me questions, like there's a lot of work that goes into it, right, Alexander?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, unless you're like fully committed to doing it and it's your livelihood, you're not going to be able to do it. This is why most thrift stores and businesses can't have a profitable Amazon FBA account, because it's not their employees' livelihood to maintain it, to stay on top of the rule changes, et cetera, et cetera. So it just drives me crazy when people do that. But I do scan in front of people. I will ask them for the price first. And usually, if they ask me what I'm doing, instead of being secretive, or I'll be really open and honest with them. And what happens usually is when you're like, oh, I sell books online, Amazon or whatever, they will literally just say, oh, that's cool. And then like they forget about it and they don't care anymore. Whereas if you're like secretive about it, it makes them want to know more. And then they want to focus their energy on basically on hating on you, you know?
Right.
So it's you totally have to play it by ear, but just be nice, you know, and don't be a weirdo, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So at the time I came into the live stream, you were talking about changing the market in a way where on the $10 and the $40 one,
Yeah.
where you buy all the $10 one, sell 40. Would
Yep.
you find that a bit too risky, or do you usually do that?
No, I'll do it whenever. So even when I'm scanning books, if I'm scanning a book, I'll scan it and like I'll notice, I'll be like, oh wow, the FBA price is way higher than the merchant fulfilled price, and I'll literally just sit down right there and I'll buy up the merchant fulfilled copies until it's not profitable anymore to flip those, especially if it's a really good rank. But I'm aware of it and I see it. If you see a price wall that you can take out and it's supported by the new price and the FBA price, so like let's say the new price is $100, the FBA price is $40, but the used prices are like 10 or whatever. And then now this is hard for me to frame this up or whatever, but basically if you see a situation where you can buy out the lower price copies to where you're controlling the market and the price is higher, then you should do that. But even more so if the new price supports it, or if there's a strong support there with the FBA prices. It's a little hard to explain, but you'll get much more comfortable with it as time goes on. If I was a stock trader, I would probably be able to explain it more, but I'm just a hustler.
Right. Okay, so that's probably all the questions I have. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in as usual, Alex.
Thanks.
Have a good night, bro.
Yeah.
Later.
You too.
If you guys don't know who that is, that's Alexander.Yeh, Y-E-H. Find him on Instagram, and he's a young hustler. I believe he's up in Canada, and he is 14 years old, hustling. His parents don't understand it yet, but they will when he's making more money than they are. Let's see. What is the number one thing that you look out for everywhere you go to resell, garage sales, thrift stores, etc.? Books. I'm not even showing up at the sale if they didn't have books listed in the listing somewhere. Books. I sell books. If I'm going to buy used stuff, it's books. I mean, also CDs and DVDs, but mostly books. CDs and DVDs I love buying in bulk lots, like just a whole box of them for $10. Sure. But I also have a disc resurfacing machine. It's called the Eco Pro 2. It's like about $1,000, but it's the machine I recommend to get. There's another machine called the JFJ, which is only like $300. But when the discs come out of the JFJ, they're super nasty with polish and you have to clean them. But the Eco Pro 2, they polish the discs in 30 seconds and they come out clean, brand new looking. So CDs I'm comfortable to buy bulk CDs and DVDs because I know I can repair a lot of them. Let's see. Question. Goodwill charges a lot for books because there are so many resellers in your area. They even charge extra for textbooks. Do you think that eFlip is a good option if the local Goodwills are priced so high? It's definitely a good option. The other thing to think about is that if your Goodwills are priced high, it's not overall good, but there is some light at the end of that tunnel. The thing is that when the books are priced so high, it scares everybody away. Literally, let's say there's a thrift store and they sell books for $1, and then they start selling books for $5. And let's say there was 10 people that regularly came to this thrift store every day and looked for books. As soon as they raised the prices up to $5, 7 to 10 of those thrifters stopped coming to that store, and they were just like, dang it, Goodwill price is so high, we can't make any money, and they stopped going. But guess what? You should still go because there's going to be books there that are $20, $40, $50, $60, $80, $100, $130, whatever price they are, and they're going to be more plentiful for you because everybody else is scared to buy the books now that they're $5. But if you won't buy a book for $5 that you can sell for 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, you shouldn't be in the book game, because that's cracking prison margins. And that's normal for books. So this is a strategy in itself. This happens all the time. People get so scared of high prices because they've been conditioned to buy prices, buy books for $1, buy books for a quarter, buy books by the pound, by the inch, whatever. Don't be limited by, don't be scared of your ROI percentage. You need to make dollars. You need to turn your dollars into more dollars. It's not always going to meet your ROI on percentages or whatever, but you need to get your dollars. Let's see. Darcy says, try Goodwill bins. Get books for 25 cents a pound. Definitely good. Major key. RJ's in the chat. What up, RJ? When's your baby face going to be on the show? We're waiting on you. No worries. You can scan the front of the book with the Amazon app too. Yeah. How big of a book inventory do I need before I start seeing consistent and several sales per day, assuming rank is good? Thanks. You're the best. Probably a couple hundred at least. But when people ask me this question, I tell them, don't even think about it until you have 1,000 books. We got RJ on the phone. Hold up. What's up, Playboy Bunny? RJ.
Yeah, what's up, man?
You're live on Money Talks. You don't sound excited. You don't sound excited, bro.
No, I am excited.
All right.
It's 100 degrees outside, bro.
Damn, Southern California ain't no joke.
No, it's because I'm watching you, and then it seems like it's a little bit behind, so I'm like a little.
Oh yeah. Turn your audio off, bro. It's gonna be like 10 seconds behind.
Yeah.
RJ's a hustler. Hey, let me give you guys a little backstory about RJ. We met through my Facebook group or on Snapchat.
I think it was Facebook.
Okay, but then
Facebook.
quickly went over to Snapchat, right? Because I was really heavy on Snapchat back in then.
Yeah, you're actually kind of like doing like the social media thing on there, and you're like, hop on here, RJ, and then you start giving me shout outs, and all of a sudden I start having people follow me. I'm like, I don't even know these people.
Yep.
I don't want them to follow me. Then I got used to it, and then from there it just started taking off, and then getting hit with questions and love, and I was like, oh, I'm here now.
I'm here now. What's up? But so when was it that you went full time? Like, when was the last time you worked for another man?
Oh, it was I think it was 2015. No, it was 2016.
Like the beginning of the year, January, yeah? Yeah, so this was like like a year and some months ago. So I was probably only in the game for like 3 months at that point, right? I think so. But I remember, I'll never forget, one day RJ messaged me, and we've been messaging back and forth for a while, and he was wearing his cute little employee uniform, and he was like, hey dog, hey, you think I should quit my job? And at the time we hadn't, like developed like a super solid relationship, and I knew he was making some money, but I also knew he had a kid, and I was like, I don't know, man, like I can't really tell you like if you're ready to go for it. But then like the next day he was like, I did it. I quit my job. I ain't working for nobody else. And since then, he's consistently surprised me. He's got into a bunch of different ventures. So the first thing I noticed that you started doing was Airbnb, right?
Yes, Airbnb.
So you got one property on Airbnb, right?
Yes, we actually have two right now.
Nice. What's your occupancy rate?
That again?
What's your occupancy rate, or your rent out, whatever they call it?
Well, 2 months of January, it was up there. It was pretty high. It was like over above 70. This month, I'm really not quite sure. I would have to look it up. I think it was like at 50%.
And you have a business partner that helps you manage that, right? As well as some cleaning ladies.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I have my buddy Matt. He's one of my go-to guys whenever I'm going through something or I have some questions. I kind of just bounce my ideas off of him.
Yeah. Did you guys go to high school together or what?
Yeah, we went to high school together. Actually, at first, I didn't really like him too much. All of a sudden, I gave him a chance, and I was like, he's actually kind of like me in a way. I like him. He's all about the hustling, trying to get money and stuff, you know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah, dude. As life goes on, there's less and less hustlers, man. People just want to watch Netflix, bro. So then after that, and you had that all wrapped up, you went to another venture. You started doing drop shipping, right?
Yes, actually, I started doing Facebook ads and Shopify and all that stuff. And
is that when you met Frank? Is that when you met Frank? Because he was also doing drop shipping.
Oh, Frank, I met him a while back. He was doing like a DS domination or something like that, drop shipping on eBay.
Yep.
And I was pretty cool with him at first, and then all of a sudden we just started talking, and then he started asking me questions about FBA. And then as soon as he started asking me questions about FBA, I was like, hey, man, drop shipping is not the way to go, because it's like you're only making like 10% profit or 5% profit or whatever you're doing.
Right.
I was like, try FBA. You're going to make more profit.
And now Frank Toops is the shoe god.
Yeah, the shoe.
My boy Frank Toops out here doing $250,000 a month in shoe sales. You guys are going to love it when we get him on the show.
My gosh. Yeah, he's crazy.
So then after that, you started the next big venture was Amazon merch, right? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, that was Amazon merch right now. I'm onto that right now.
All right. So before we go into talking about Amazon merch, I just want to point out the fact that this is the same guy that called me up or Snapchatted me up and was like, yo, should I quit my job? And I was unsure. And now lo and behold, this guy's such a hustler. He's out here, got 3 different ventures, and he's teaching me stuff now. Like, I seriously message RJ at least once a week and ask him something I probably could have Googled, but I appreciate that. And it's just crazy to see full circle. You know, you teach people and then they excel past you, maybe in this area, that area, and then they come back and they appreciate you and they want to help you and teach you too. So like, it's just super awesome to see you out here getting money in different ways. It inspires me. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
So let's talk about merch. What tier are you on? How many shirts you got? Like, however you want to go into this.
Today I actually tuned into you probably about an hour ago. As soon as you kind of came on, and I've been watching you, just watching you talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just again, buddy. And I was just showing love and stuff, you know what I mean? Let me just show Reezy some love today and pop on here.
Yep.
And, today with merch, I'm actually, let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
1 second.
I am at 56 shirts sold today. I'm on track to do the best day ever as of today.
Best day ever, every day. Tomorrow's going to be your best day ever.
I know I get tired of saying that, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like people being like, my eBay app cha-chinged, and I'm like, what fool? You still have the cha-ching on? You ain't getting money until you turn the cha-ching off.
Yeah.
So you have 500 slots or 1,000?
Actually, I'm at tier 1,000. I sold over, I'm not even sure. I'm probably at over 1,500, 1,600 shirts probably sold already. I have 505 live designs at tier 1,000.
Oh boy. So if you guys are just tuning in right now, we're talking to RJ Martinez, the hustler, got the $1 million smile, and he's taking the business to the sky. He's teaching me stuff now, and we're talking about Amazon merch. So 505 shirts, you said. Are you designing these yourself?
No, I suck at designing, so that's like, I can barely even write my name. Well, I can write my name, but it don't look too good.
Good, yeah, good thing when you write checks, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm actually selling this right now. It's looking pretty good. The last 7 days, I'm at 266 shirts sold.
What's your payout for that?
Well, for the week, I'm on, like I said, I'm barely a month in, and 4 or 5 days in, so a month and 5 days in, and it's looking at $944 for the week.
Woo!
No inventory.
That's what I'm talking about.
No customer service.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So,
yeah.
So, okay. So, what's your day-to-day? What's your process like every day when you're going around trying to fill up your design slots? How many designers did you hire, and where did you hire them at?
Well, so I went to Upwork and I actually found a designer. He's pretty cool. And then actually a buddy, he's the one that recommended me to him, and he gave me his Skype, and he was pretty cool about everything, and we kind of worked out a deal. You know what I mean? I told him, I'm going to be honest with him. This is not no Upwork job. This is not going to be no work for a week and then you're done. This is going to be a full year job, and I want you working every day. And yes, this is going to be a full-time job for you, and I want you to scale it. So the first month, my payout was in April when I started. When I started uploading designs at the end of April, I was like a weekend, and he uploaded about 10 designs a day. He started pumping out 10 designs a day, and the first payout was $362, and I ended up paying him like $450 something or something.
So you went negative on the first one.
Kind of, but then I kind of changed my mindset a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm just like, actually, I invested.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
of course.
I invested an extra $100.
Yeah, and I mean, and for real, it's a real investment because them shirts are going to keep selling.
Exactly, and they keep on selling, so that's pretty cool.
So, and so currently you're uploading 20 shirts a day?
Yes.
And one designer only?
Yeah, one designer only. He said, I told him, I was like, I want to outsource and get another one because I don't want this to be on you too much. But now he's like literally researching. Like I taught him everything. He's researching and doing designs on his own. Like I'm not even doing nothing. I'm just uploading and doing keywords. So that was very big, you know what I mean?
That's so sick, dude. That's so sick. So previously you would search like the hot shirts and then send him a link or send him some screenshots of different images or what?
Well, we have a Google spreadsheet open, and I'll put all the links in there. So I'll upload at least 15 to 10 designs a day on there, sometimes 20 because I'll just start getting faster, and then he'll just kind of just come along behind me and just start making designs, and then I'll start uploading. Daily.
Someone on Instagram, Victorious_Warrior, had a good question. They said, do you have any type of agreement with the designer as to who owns the designs?
Nah, they're all mine.
you don't have to laugh like an evil freaking laugh, bro. Jesus. RJ's laughing all the way to the bank, guys. Trust me. All the way there, bro. With a brand new shirt on and a taco.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. So yeah, you might want to get some kind of agreement in place about as far as who owns the design, because I've never heard anything about merch, but I have heard different business situations where designers will come back and say, like, because you didn't stipulate that you owned the design, you know, they'll still own it and say that like you're leasing it from them or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And that's actually probably pretty smart. I should do that.
Yeah, just a little bit of signature. I know you're probably like me. You like to do handshake deals, huh?
Yeah. Well, we kind of made an agreement already. I was like, I'll take care of you. You know what I mean? And then I promise you work for a whole year or whatever, and you'll be my right hand man. We'll kind of just work this together and be a team.
Your right hand man in Bangladesh.
Yeah. And then my next goal, well, I want to get, as soon as I get this to 1,000, which I plan on doing it by July 1st, July 2nd, around that area. Once I get up 1,000 designs, it's pretty much just walking downhill from there. You know what I mean? There's no reason why this business should be a six-figure business.
Why it shouldn't be, right?
You know what I mean?
About to be a six-figure business.
Yeah.
So out of all those things that you've done, obviously your Airbnb is still bringing money in. You're probably not doing drop shipping anymore. Do you have any inventory at FBA anymore?
Yes, I actually do. I have a lot of Funko Pops in there and stuff. They just sell. Like I just keep them up there.
But you haven't been sourcing for FBA, correct?
No.
Are you running?
I'm trying to take it to like all different.
Are you running any Facebook ads to your merch shirts, or just getting all the organic traffic off Amazon using keywords?
I'm actually using all the organic traffic using keywords right now, and I'm actually testing the Amazon merch services ad, the sponsored ad.
Right. Nice.
That one I'm not sure how to do exactly, but I'm just testing it. I was like,
I bet there's a Facebook group for that. And if you guys don't know, Facebook groups are the most valuable thing about Facebook. Like, forget everything about Facebook except for the groups, because there's a group for any type of specific skill set or software or whatever, how to do this ad or that ad. There's a group for that. If not, you should make one. And the people, you know, if you build it, they will come, or they're already there and they are happy to share information with you.
Yeah, exactly. Facebook groups are amazing, man. Like you can, there's like all kinds of free knowledge in there that you can gain from a Facebook group. Like people don't even know how valuable they are. They're worth money.
No,
They're worth money. They don't even.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, if you want to know about books, go to my, don't ask me a question, go to my Facebook group and search the search engine. In the last 16 or 18 months, I guarantee every question's been asked and answered 3 times. So there's so much information there, but people don't know about groups. People don't like to search. Like, Facebook is not just for your grandma to play Bejeweled. You know what I mean? There's some jewels of knowledge in there for all the young hustlers and the old hustlers. So, hey, what's your Instagram? It's at RJ Martinez 2389, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So that's where you guys can find RJ. Also on Facebook, Facebook and Instagram. Those are your 2 main spots, right? Are you still heavy on Snapchat or no?
Yeah, I'm still on Snapchat too. I have a lot of people that actually ask me questions through there. But I recommend the Facebook, but a lot of people are asking me questions on YouTube right now too as well, and I didn't even think YouTube was even like that popular to ask them that many questions.
Oh, it totally is. So yeah, RJ has a YouTube channel. It's I believe just RJ Martinez. If I'll get, after this show's over, I'll get the link and I'll put it in the YouTube description so that you guys can find his channel easier. What would you say is the key to Amazon merch besides getting approved and actually being able to upload designs?
I think honestly is you want to have a decent design, of course. So the design, first of all, and then number 2 would be keywords. Don't be lazy with your keywords. You know what I mean? You're obviously putting the shirt up because why? You want to make profit off of it, right?
Right.
You don't want to put a shirt up with no keywords and not have no profit. So that's my main thing right now. I'm on track right now. Every time I upload a shirt with a nice design. I put keywords in it automatically.
Boom.
And that's it with every single shirt. Every single 20 shirts that I upload today, they all have keywords. So don't be lazy.
Keywords in the description or on the 2 bullet point lines? Or everywhere, including the title?
With the brand? Okay, so with the title, you're going to have your keywords in there. And then
in the brand,
what I do, I'll take the most important keywords from the title and put it in the brand.
Right. Don't use the same brand on every shirt, because then when someone finds your design, they found all your designs.
Kind of, but at the same time, they're doing that new copycat protection thing. So
right.
You don't really have no.
But still, you don't want to make it easier to find like your basket of eggs to where they can look at them and then try and, okay, here's the top 10 best selling designs he has. I'm going to try and improve on them and then undercut his price or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
So
that's correct.
That's what, just from my limited experience, I kind of was like, oh, at first I thought I should do the same brand. And then when I realized you could click on the brand and see all the shirts under that brand, then that wasn't a good idea.
Yes, that's correct. But then also, too, once you have reviews on your shirts, you can change the brand, because with the reviews, it automatically ranks better in the algorithm of Amazon. Believe it or not.
Nice. And so is that something you do? Do you go back and change titles or change keywords on shirts that aren't performing well?
No, that's honestly a waste of time to me. Like, the first time you put it up, this should be like your best shot right there.
Right.
But once I get a review, I will change the brand.
Awesome. Why would you change it once you get a review?
I just think once you have a brand, because my goal is I want to brand myself too, but it's hard competing with Amazon because Amazon is just taking over everything.
Right.
So I'd rather have a $1 million brand on Amazon, if anything.
As far as with your t-shirts?
Yes, correct.
Okay. on being you want to have a large brand, a clothing brand shirts on Amazon, and probably a lot more apparel items when the system gets bigger.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Let's talk about that. What do you think is going to happen with Amazon merch? They're not going to stop at t-shirts. What's next?
Well, there's like the coffee mugs, and then I heard sweaters too as well. That was big. Once I heard sweaters, I was like, wow, that's game over.
Yeah, and then, you know, probably they'll have sublimation printers, so they'll do all over yoga pants and all over socks, and then we'll get all over print t-shirts, not just, you know, just in the middle of the chest or whatever. And who knows what else? Embroidery machines, then you can embroider hats or beanies or socks or... Because I don't know if you guys know, but there was a recent article published that said that the magic number was reached 20%, and that means that in the U.S., the entire U.S. market for apparel purchasing, 20% or more of it is purchased on Amazon.com. And so when that happens, Amazon steps on the gas and they accelerate their system and invest in it because they know what happens when they hit that much of the market share. And they're not going to stop. They're going to be relentless. Like, you should be scared if you're in the clothing business because Amazon is coming for you. And they're going to take over. We're going to be able, you know, you're going to get your New Era hats. Amazon's going to be embroidering them. You know what I mean? New Era is going to go out of business. Watch.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy one. So my goal right now, like I said, I'm already on track. Like a month in, 5 days, whatever, and I'm pretty close. As of right now, I'll probably be making like $38,000 a year with this with no inventory, no customer service, no talking to nobody, just uploading designs and putting keywords in.
Amazon merch does not talk back. It does not talk back.
Yeah. And then also, too, when the customer returns the shirt, I still make my profit. That was another big thing, too, as well.
Yep. If you guys don't know that, when you're essentially leasing your designs to Amazon, so you retain the ownership of your designs, but you're giving Amazon the right to print it on a shirt. And then when their customers buy it, you know, if they're not happy for whatever reason, it's not your fault. You provided the artwork that made the sale. You're done. That was your job. And you get to keep your money, even though they give the customer their money back.
Exactly.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm on track right now. Reezy. So by the end of the month, it looks like I might be pushing out royalties of $2,000 a week from the looks of it right now.
Damn, Playboy. Steak dinner's on you.
Once I do, I'll come back on the show, show some love, and show you everything and give you everything for free. Everybody free knowledge and show everybody exactly what I did and talk about it.
Talk about it. Hopefully by then I can step up my video production a little bit and we can do like a split screen. We'll actually have you, and then like you could do screen sharing on your side and you can show them what you're doing. But I think that for the most part, the key is to fill up those slots. So if you're a designer, get your ass to work and start designing some shirts. If you're not a designer, hire someone and make sure they get their ass to work. But start filling those slots in. It's just like sourcing products. You gotta upload shirts. Those are sourcing trips every time you upload a shirt.
Exactly.
Are you still uploading the designs yourself?
Yes, I'm still uploading the designs myself. Last time I tried to do that, Amazon got kind of weird.
Right.
They seemed like another IP trying to sign in.
Right. So you're using Google Documents as well as Google Drive, I would imagine, to share the designs back and forth and the ideas for the designs?
Yes, that's correct. My designer, he's like freestyling. You know what I mean? Like today he made a soccer mom shirt. I'm looking at it right now. Fight together, breast cancer awareness. My lifeguard walks on water.
Nice. That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought about some shirts, like, you know, like getting super niche-y on shirts, because I mean, is your success like, is it I'm sure it's a combination, right? You got the shirts that sell a ton here and there, and then you got the shirts that sell 5 shirts every month.
Yes. Let me show you.
Or like what amount of sales is good enough for you? Like what are you happy if a shirt sells 1 time a month, it sells 12 times a year, or will you take that down and fill it up with something?
Like I want it to sell like the next day. That that's a kind of very important thing to me. Like when I see a shirt that I listed 12 hours ago and it sells in like literally the next day,
Right.
That's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So yeah, I had actually a shirt today. It was I'll share this one with you. I'll even put it in the. I'll even put it in the.
Someone
chat.
was asking about shirts. Do you make like $4 to $5 per shirt? I know that on my shirts, I have some shirts like for my brand, Reezy Resells, that are on merch, and I sell them for $14.99. I make $3.64 every time someone buys that. So if you're selling it for $19.99, you got to be making like $7 per shirt, right?
Yes, the 17, 19, I believe it is. Like today, I sold a shirt. It was I like big putts, the golf shirt.
I like big putts. I like big putts, and I cannot lie. That was your idea or what? Or did you jack someone else's idea and make it better?
Well, I seen it and just made it better.
Yep. Whoever came up with that, if you're watching this, the originator of I like big putts and I cannot lie, you too cold. You too cold.
So it's I put it up for $16.95, and one person came in today and bought 5 of them.
Damn! Damn! Where's that link for the shirt that you said you're going to share with us? Because you're just so kind.
Oh, it wouldn't pop up. It said I can't put the link in. Let me try it again.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the case because you're not a moderator or whatever. You can't put links. If hold on, let me go try and find your name in the chat. Just write something so I can click on your name and make you a moderator. Hold on a second, guys. Here we go. Triple G's. Dang. Add moderator. Okay, now you should be able to link. Try it now. Now that RJ's a moderator. You don't know there's a heavy workload for the moderators of the show. I know you're busy, but we need you. Triple OG. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, I'm waiting. I don't see it coming up. Congrats, RJ, from Josh, the real Romulux, with the Blanca profile picture. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I wonder if it's not coming up for some reason.
I put it up on here. Let me try it one more time.
Yeah.
I see it on my side.
Dang. Yeah, I can't see it. Hold on. You message me on Facebook and I'll put it in the chat. Is that cool? Hold on 1 second. Bear with us, guys. We got multiple platforms open. I'll try not to get distracted while we're on live. RJ, look at that big old smile. You know that's RJ.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. It's coming in. All right, got it. Hold on a second. Now we're going to copy the link address, go back to YouTube, and boom, I'm pasting it into the chat. It's not going to – hold on. I actually have to go to the link first. The Facebook was giving me like a runaround link that was linked to Facebook. 1 second, guys. 1 second. We're coming through. 1, 2, Kung Fu. Here we go. Boom. There. That should be in the chat. Can you guys see that link? Did that show up for you, RJ?
No, I didn't show up on my side either.
Well, I just hit enter. It should go there. I don't know. Maybe I got a thing or two to learn about YouTube letting me put links in my own video chats. But the good thing is that I'll learn it and I'll share it with you, so you'll learn. You won't have to deal with this. Another thing is, guys, okay, Big West said he can't see it. Okay, guys, sorry. I don't know how to work YouTube, I guess. But I will put the link for that into the description for the video so you guys can see that. And just know that RJ is that dude because he's out here generous AF, just sharing everything with us. Like he's a Care Bear over here. He cares. But yeah, if you're watching this and you're not signed up for Amazon merch, you need to just get off this video right now. Thumbs up the video first and then leave and then go sign up for Amazon merch. Go to Google and type merch by Amazon. The first link that comes up, sign up because it takes 1 to 3 months and even more sometimes to get approved. And the other thing is when you get approved, start uploading designs because what is it, RJ, like 30 days or 60 days where they axe your account if you don't use it?
I think it might be 120. I believe it is.
Okay, they give you 4 months. But yeah, so if you got approved and you waited 4 months to figure it out, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you really wanted to make money.
Yeah, exactly. I had a buddy. He I actually told him to sign up in April 27th, I believe it was. And what I noticed is when you guys put in the website, this is very, very, very key. When you put in like your own website, Amazon will actually like put your account ahead of everybody else's that doesn't have a website.
Right. If you use like me, I put resells.com or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. They'll actually hook you up. So.
Major key. Put in your original URL so that you can get to the front of the line. Maybe even get a website set up just for that, right?
Yep.
Major key. All right, man.
Put your eBay account.
Yeah, put your eBay account too. Whatever you got. Hey, I'm gonna be down in Irvine and Huntington Beach in July 6th to 17th. We should do a meetup.
Yeah, I'm down. The 17th is actually my birthday.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah, I'll be leaving on that day, but who knows? Anything's possible. But we should definitely link up so we can just link up.
For sure.
Thanks for calling in, RJ. I really appreciate it, dude.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
You too, bro. I'm gonna hit you on the flip side. Peace out.
All right, bye.
Dang, RJ just came with the knowledge bomb. When's RJ going to be on the show? Tonight. Thank you, RJ, for coming through with mad knowledge. My wife is on the Facebook Live. What are you doing? Don't you have something better to do? Do you need a business license for Amazon merch? No, you can do sole proprietorship. We got another caller, but I'm not going to answer any more calls just because we are already an hour and 40 minutes into the show. I know it felt like 10 or 12 minutes to me, but I do have a ton of stuff to do. I got to go show the fam some love, and I can't just be Reezy Resells all day long. I got all kinds of stuff to do. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in to the show, but I got to go. So this has been an episode of Money Talks with Reezy Resells. And you know what I'm going to say, guys. If you ain't flipping, you slipping. Peace out, guys. This is the uncomfortable moment where I try and end the broadcast and I can't find my mouse. So I don't end the broadcast. This is so weird. Just kidding, I'm back. There's my mouse. All right, guys. You know what to do. Peace out.